Dragon Ball Super, during its original run, focused heavily on one universe per story, introducing the multiverse as kind of a jumping off point in order to tell individual stories with different antagonists each individual arc. We got stories with Universe 10 with Zamasu, Universe 11 with the Tournament of Power, but what does the future hold for these other universes? What stories do we tell with the characters there? And how does Universe 3 end up being the next main antagonist for Dragon Ball Super? Well, today we're going to discuss it. Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on these social media platforms. Enjoy the video. That's right guys, today we're going to be discussing Universe 3 in the future of Dragon Ball Super. One of the things we've been covering on this channel quite a lot recently is that Dragon Ball Super will probably most likely be returning next year sometime in 2019. And while that is a really fun concept to talk about, we have to start discussing who is actually going to be taking over as the main antagonist role. We're always going to have Goku and Vegeta, and at this point Beerus and Whis, but we need some new people to come out and actually fight them for a legitimate cause. And I think one of the big contenders for the next universe to cause an antagonizing threat for our main heroes is Universe 3. One of the reasons I believe this is because during the Tournament of Power, Universe 3 was given a lot more screen time and a lot more development than almost any other universe at that point. As unlikely as it was, it came down to Universe 7, 11, and 3 as three of the top contenders to actually win the tournament, and Universe 7 had to use considerable force in order to beat Oniraza in order to eliminate Universe 3. With that being said, I think Universe 3 remains one of the legitimate top contenders for the next universe to be focused on in the overall story of Dragon Ball Super. The question here though is, what is that story going to be about? What has Universe 3 been doing since the Tournament of Power? What is their plan overall, and how are they going to ever contend with people like Goku and Vegeta and everyone else from Universe 7? I think the answer is simple given everything that we know. And it also allows for one of the biggest fan theories or fan wishes for the future of Dragon Ball to kind of be explored without having to do the fan grabby thing of literally reintroducing Cell. I'm talking about what if Universe 3, with all of its technical advances, was actually taking notes and collecting data and energy readings and heck, maybe even DNA from all the fighters in the Tournament of Power. Think about how awesome this would be. Yes, Cell was a formidable opponent back in the day in Dragon Ball Z, but we've gone way beyond that. Now we have creatures and characters that are either God power level or specifically just God level in general. You need to actually create something that is so powerful that it can go up against Goku, Vegeta, and maybe even Beerus sometime in the near future. And that's hard to do unless you find a story reason to go around it. So wouldn't it be interesting if when Dragon Ball Super comes back, we get a chance to see Universe 3 having taken DNA and fighting techniques and everything that they could collect during the Tournament of Power in order to create the best possible being in the universe, in the multiverse even. Having the same power as Goku, Jiren, Piccolo, Frieza, Vegeta, even Beerus and Whis, the Grand Priest, maybe even Zeno. This thing was all around trying to take as much information and DNA as possible. That's a really interesting concept because you have something that has Saiyan and whatever Jiren and Hit's power are, the abilities to continuously advance during the fight and have Super Saiyan transformations and even God level like abilities along with Ultra Instinct. This would be an amazing creation and one of the reasons why Goku and Vegeta would have to struggle in order to beat this individual, or heck, maybe even a group or team of individuals who would have some sinister motive. Obviously, the best motive that they could possibly have is just simply wanting to make the wish themselves, getting the Super Dragon Balls, and literally making them go to Universe 6 and 7 in order to do that. This would put Goku, Vegeta, maybe even Hit, Kaba, the Sadala Force, and everyone on guard against Universe 3 as they invade those two universes, and maybe even have a multiversal war where we have a very strong character trying to dominate. Maybe even you have this guy being created or this team of people being created and they dominate Universe 3 knowing of the Super Dragon Balls and then wanting their own thing because they become sentient and they think that that is the best possible way to get into control. Maybe these people, because of their DNA perfection, believe that they are significantly greater than the gods and they want to take over Zeno and the Grand Priest and everyone else, and that's why they seek out the Dragon Balls to begin with. So with Universe 3 down, it's up to Universe 6 and 7, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Gohan, Piccolo, Kaba, Kale, Caulifla, Hit, Champa, Beerus, Whis, and Vados to all gang together in order to take this monster down and save the multiverse as a whole. Maybe even then you can have Jiren and the Pride Troopers, because this person represents a major threat to the multiverse as a whole, come in to fight alongside our heroes. This would be an amazing story, and I think it would be a great way to kind of sympathize with the fans who want Cell back, but not necessarily giving us Cell for what it's worth, giving us something close to the idea, but not having to rehash a fan favorite character such as that. So guys, what are your thoughts here? Do you think that Universe 3 has some kind of secret plan? Would that be something that you want to explore sometime in the future of Dragon Ball Super? Do you want them to have been studying or taking DNA samples or something from the Universal Tournament? Or do you think that this would create a much more formidable opponent for Goku and Vegeta to actually fight? Someone who hasn't just been hiding around somewhere in the multiverse, but was literally created based off the fight that we saw in the last arc of Dragon Ball Super. I really like this idea because I feel like it would allow us to kind of explore what has happened in the past while also exploring what could possibly happen in the future. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. It's been real.